best friend on the internet. It's nice to meet you. Today's video is going to be a whispered ramble. A whispered ramble with nail tapping, up close hand movements. And as you can probably hear, candle crackling from my wooden wick candle. I don't know why people are drag racing outside. Now is not the time, but apparently they think it is, so there's that. I'll just set it gently over there, over there. Typically, I have you sitting further back, but today I was feeling a little more up close and personal. Personal. And I just wanted to have you sitting a little bit closer to me. I hope that's okay. Today, I have on these nails that I did myself. Let's see. There we go. I did these ones myself. They are this bright orange color, like that. Bright orange. But I have on top this super pretty, like foil glitter overlay that almost turns it more into a burnt orange with glitters. The nails themselves are square. They're square. Ignore that one. That one's crooked. They're square. I don't usually do square nails. I also don't normally do them this. Ignore that one. This short. But we are entering working girl era. Brooke. And I needed something shorter to be more manageable for lifting things, setting up my booth, which I'll talk about in a minute, and dealing with customers. So I went with these. They're still long, but like shorter, square nails. people call them pop-ups, but I've never called them that. But I sell them at different craft fairs and events like that. And so that's why I have to have my shorter nails, because I still want to look presentable. I still want to look pretty and put together, but I need them to be functional, meaning if I'm handling cash, if I am lifting each box of candles that I lift is 25 pounds, and sometimes I'll bring upwards of 10, 12 of those boxes, so I'm literally lifting hundreds of pounds of candles, and so I need my nails to not break. I need them to be sturdy. I can't do the press-ons that I was doing in this month of October. I have to have like sturdy, glued-on nails. And so I also have to have them. What was the word I was gonna say? I don't know. They just have to be more permanent, that's all. They have to be more permanent because I need them to last. I don't have time to be doing my nails constantly, especially once we get into the month of November. Once we get into the month of November, I'm going to be literally so busy that I won't have time to just do my nails 3 times a week. I just don't have the time. So, more permanent nails will be on the roster for the month of November. If you have made it to this point in the video, yes, I'm talking to you. Could you please leave me the nails emoji in the comments down below? It would really help me out, and I would really appreciate it more than you know. It supports my channel in the biggest way possible. Aside from like Patreon, it's the best free way to support the channel. A like, but especially a comment. They really help support the channel. So thank you. It supports my family, and that means the world to me. So I actually have a show tomorrow. By the time you see this, the show will have already passed. The show will be over. The party's over. But I have a show tomorrow that I have to pack for. I'm gonna be by myself. CJ's not in town, so he's not going to be with me to load the car or anything like that, which is totally fine. We don't need no man, please. narcissist, but I am a really good salesman. Really good salesman. So typically, even at like shows that are slow, I tend to do pretty well. Compared to the people around me. Like there have been at least 24 shows where I've been talking to the booths next to me and around me, and they're just like, oh my god, this was such a bust. Worst show I've ever had. Like, I made no money. And I'm like, oh yeah, that sucks, dude. Meanwhile, I made like $1,000. And I think it's just because some people have the best product, the best booth setup, they have the best aesthetic, beautiful products, and they're so talented, but they're not a salesman. They're just not. And they don't talk to people. And they'll just let people walk on by their booth. They won't even say hello. So, like, I may not have the most aesthetic, beautiful booth set up in the world. It may not be very neat and organized and cohesive. I might not be, like, the greatest, I don't know, presenter, but I do make really good sales most often, so yeah, there are so many people who have companies, like small businesses, and it's just so frustrating. I want to like shake them and be like, dude, just hire somebody else to sell them, because your stuff is amazing. It deserves to be purchased and shared, and you deserve to be successful. But if you're not gonna sell them, find someone who will, you know? Find someone who can. But I have the show tomorrow. I have to pack for that. I only have one table, and I'm used to having like 3 tables, sometimes 4. So having only one table is gonna be hard for me. It's gonna be hard for me, but the table is provided at this show, so that's nice. I don't have to worry about bringing my own tables, and setting them up. It'll just be there for me, but it'll be different because, like I said, normally I have like a U shape with 3 tables. Sometimes I'll have like a little Z shape, but I've never just had a table before, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure how many candles to bring or what, but I'll figure it out after this video, after I film this video. I also applied for another show today. I applied for 24 dates because this show is like a month and a half long, and you can sign up for as many of the dates as you want. And I signed up for, I think, 24 of them. So it'll be a busy next couple of months. And then I have four shows that are already booked for the next 2 months. And I had the paper in front of me with all the dates, and I was like, CJ, do you want to double book? And I'll do one show and you do the other show, and like one of us will take Rosie. Like, do you want to double book on these 4 dates? And he was like, hell yeah, let's make that money. If I'm a good salesman, guys that they were being sold to. He's incredible, and I don't often toot his horn as much as I should, but like, he's amazing. He could get everything in the world for free if he wanted to, and if he was scammy enough. There's that movie, Catch Me If You Can, I think it's called, with Leonardo DiCaprio, and it's about that real life story where the guy like pretended to be a pilot and a surgeon and like all these things, and he like stayed in super fancy hotels for months at a time, I think, and never paid. And CJ was just like, honestly, if I were born in a different time and I didn't have like a family and wasn't worried about going to jail, I could have been the best con artist. And he could. He really could. He really could. So, yeah, he is going to work one show while I work the other show. So hopefully those will be huge days for us. Huge days for us. Like, I'm talking big money. That's my hope anyway, because we've got a lot of shit to pay for. We've got a lot of shit to pay for in a very short amount of time. It's been really stressful. I'm sorry about the cars outside, but it's been really, really stressful the last week or so because of all the things that we have to pay for. We have rent coming up. We have my daughter's school coming up, which is just as much as our rent. Then we have to pay for all of those shows up front. And like 4 of the shows, or 3 of the shows I've already paid for. One of the shows is $225. those 3 months. And it's just a little stressful, but I'm really excited and grateful to CJ, because literally without him paying for all of this stuff up front, I would not be able to do it. Straight up, would not be able to afford to work this winter. And he's literally taking thousands of dollars out of his income and just giving it to me, and I'll pay him back, obviously, but yeah, it's just, I wouldn't be able to do it without him. So if you're a small business owner out there and you don't have a CJ, I'm thinking about you, friend. I'm really thinking about you, and I hope that you're coping and that you just kill it this season, and you make so much money you don't even know what to do with all of it, and that everything you have to spend, I hope it comes back to you tenfold. So anyway, I'm thinking of you. I had my daughter's conferences today, and they said that her writing is really good, that she's a great leader and a great friend, and that she is the first person to come up to a teacher with a problem. Like if other kids are fighting or there's a conflict of some kind, like they both want to play with a toy or somebody's being rude or mean, she'll be the first one to go to a teacher and bring the problem to them, which is really good. Some people might call that a tattletale, but I think it's good to know that she has the trust to bring a problem to an adult and get a solution that's fair, you know? And yeah, I'm really proud of her for that. I have several videos to edit. And several that I want to film, but I don't think I'll be able to because I think it's already like 7:30 or 8. And I have to pack my stuff for the show tomorrow. it's just something